Hi friends, welcome to Mega Technical Hub. This is the second session. In last session, we discussed about different types of maintenance, that is breakdown maintenance, preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, proactive maintenance. In predictive maintenance, there are different condition monitoring tools are used to predict the health of the machine. And this is the vibration is one of the tool in the predictive maintenance. Today I am discussing about basics of vibration. First, what is the definition of the vibration? What is vibration? Vibration is nothing but it is a to and fro motion or back and forth motion from a fixed reference. Vibration is nothing but it is a response of a system to an internal or external forces. Okay. In our day-to-day life, we experience different types of vibration. For example, if we consider here, if you hear because of vibration, here the mobile rings, we play the musical instruments because of vibration, and we use some instruments to for the reduce the fatness, and suppose we use the some instruments to for the vibrator for digging. These are some useful aspects of the vibration. See here, this is the machine tool, and if the vibration occurs in this machine tool, then it reduces the accuracy of the machining. So vibration is not good for the machines. Okay. Again, why there will be a vibration in the machines? Because of the defects. There are many defects in the machines because of inaccuracies. For example, there might be unbalance, there might be misalignment, looseness, bent shaft, bearing problems. These are all different causes which tends to have the vibration. Okay. For to explain the vibration, we will always refer the spring mass system. Okay. This is here. This is a spring with stiffness K and mass with M. When you apply the force here in the upward direction, then it moves in the upward direction, and from the neutral position it reaches the upper limit of travel. Then it reverses back and reaches back to the neutral position. Again it reverses into the lower limit, reaches the lower limit, again comes back to the neutral position. Then it completes one cycle. See here, this is one complete cycle. Okay. See here, this is one complete cycle. Whenever the sensor measures the vibration, the raw signal is time waveform, means amplitude in the vertical direction and time in the horizontal direction. Okay. In vibration, we generally use three characteristics. One is frequency, second is amplitude, third one is phase. What is frequency? Frequency is number of cycles over the period of time. In vibration, the frequency is the machine, how many times the machine vibrates over the period of time. Okay. Here, this is the sine wave. This cycle completes 1 second. Means in 1 second the cycle completes. This in frequency we can call it as a 1 cycles per second. Okay. And second thing is period. For time taken to complete one cycle is called as a period. Okay. When you invert the period, you get a frequency. Means here T is seconds per cycle, means F is cycles per second. Always 1 cycles per second is 1 hertz. Is termed as 1 hertz. Okay. Here second here come here. In 1 second there are 2 cycles. For each cycle it takes around 0.5 seconds. Means time taken to complete one cycle is termed as T, that is 0.5 second. F is equal to 1 upon T, 1 upon 0.5, that is 2 cycles per second. Means it is 2 hertz. 2 cycles per second. Generally 1 hertz is 60 CPM. CPM is cycles per minute. Whenever heart beats, we generally tell as cycles per minute, and whenever any shaft rotates, we termed as revolution per minute. In vibration, both CPM and RPM are interchangeable. Some persons use CPM and some persons use RPM. Okay. This is about frequency, and frequency tells us the cause of the machine problem. What is the cause? By means of frequency, we can detect the cause. Second comes to the amplitude. Amplitude nothing but is the magnitude of the vibration. Means is used to find the severity of the vibration. How much vibration is there? it is the severity of the vibration. To measure the amplitude, we use three different units, that is displacement, velocity and acceleration. First come to the displacement. Displacement is the total travel of the mass. It is total travel of the vibrating body from peak to peak. In displacement, in generally we use the unit as micron. Okay. For the lower RPM machines, the machine fails because of excessive stress. Because the deflection is generally measure of this excessive stress, and in vibration the displacement we can measure for deflection. So for displacement, for the low RPM machines, displacement is the good indicator of the severity. Okay. Then velocity. Velocity is nothing but is the rate of change of displacement. In vibration, when it is the speed at which machine vibrates over the period of time. Okay. In velocity, we generally use the units mm per second. Okay. In what happens in medium RPM machines fails because of fatigue. What is fatigue? It is a cyclic loading over the period of time. Okay. Also again, velocity is nothing but it is the number of cycles over the period of time. So always medium RPM machines we use velocity as the good indicator for the severity detection. Okay. Third comes to the acceleration. What is acceleration? Rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. For the higher RPM machines, the machine fails because of excessive force. Okay. Because of force, what happens? There is a lubrication failure and there is a metal to metal contact. Okay. Well, then what happens? This F is equal to m into a, mass into acceleration. So acceleration is used as a good indicator for the higher RPM machines. Okay. For the displacement, we generally use up to 600 RPM and velocity from 600 to 60,000 RPM, and above 60,000 we use acceleration. Okay. Generally for the displacement we use displacement probes, for the velocity we use velocity probes, and acceleration we use acceleration probes. In algorithm, what happens? The sensor gives acceleration in g, that is the unit of acceleration is g. Okay. Or 1 g is equal to 9.81 meter per second square. Okay. Then this acceleration we can convert in the algorithm, it can integrate to velocity and double integrate to displacement. So all the three units we can get by means of these accelerometers. Okay. Third comes to the phase. Phase is nothing but is the instantaneous position of a vibrating body with respect to reference or with respect to another vibrating body. Means it is a relative movement between the two vibrating body. For example, you consider the two childs, they are swinging in the same direction. See here. Then this is called as in phase. Again, this is one of the picture. Here what happens? The two persons, they are swinging in the opposite directions. Then this is called as out of phase. In phase is 0 degree, out of phase is 180 degree. Okay. For example, you consider the machine. This is the motor. Then is a drive and bearing, it is a non-drive and bearing. Suppose some vibration occurs in the machine, then both drive and non-drive and bearing, it vibrates in the same direction. Then we call it as a 0 degree, that is in phase, that is 0 degree. And in this case, if the drive and non-drive and bearing, it vibrates in the opposite direction, like this, drive and bearings and non-drive and bearing. Then we will call it as a out of phase, that is 180 degree. Mainly phase is used to pinpoint the vibration problem, to pinpoint. Okay. Frequency is used to measure to cause of the problem, amplitude to for the severity of the problem. It is severity, is cause, and it is phase is to pinpoint the problem. Okay. These three are the main basic characteristics of the vibration. Suppose always we think about machine fails only because of vibration. It doesn't, because machine fails because of the dynamic stresses developed because of this vibration. Okay. For example, this here, amplitude is equal to always directly proportional to dynamic force and inversely proportional to dynamic resistance. Because for example, you consider two machines, one is mounted directly on the floor, one is mounted on the spring. Okay, then what happens? Dynamic force will be same. Then what happens? Because of the springy action, there is less dynamic resistance, the vibration is higher. And because this is rigidly mounted on the floor, this is a higher dynamic resistance, then amplitude is less. So the life will be same, because dynamic forces are same. Because of this dynamic resistance, vibration is higher and vibration is lower. This is the basic fundamentals of the vibration. Okay, this completes the basics. Generally, what happens, I see in the industries, the maintenance person doesn't much aware of the condition monitoring tools, and condition monitoring persons doesn't much aware of the maintenance activities. So my sessions are mainly focused both on maintenance and condition monitoring. So anybody wants to enhance their skill both in maintenance and both in condition monitoring, they should subscribe my channel, that is Mega Technical Hub. Okay, and if you like this session, just press the like. Thank you.